Hello, this is Rocco from Roma Rocco. I'm down at my uncle's place again, down the creek. Low tide today. Here's my neighbor's dock. Here's our dock with the bass boat and the queen. That's what we call that boat. That boat's been in the family for years. It was actually found in the swamps with a hole in it. So one of my relatives grabbed it, towed it back, put it up on land, did some modifications, patched the hole, slapped the motor on it. Every year it changes. Right now it's a center console. Before it used to just be a tiller, the motor just steered in the back. But there's improvements done on it every year. I mean, it's an old boat, but it's a sturdy boat. And, it's all camouflage, and that's what they use when they want to go out duck hunting. You either use that one or this little one that's up on the land right there, that little John boat. But as you can see, it's low tide, and there's still ice up on the creek banks in some spots, but there's really no ice floating down in the water. So water in the creek, at least, is pretty much ice free. I don't know about the river, because the river, I'm going to do a little zoom in if I can. Sorry about the shakies. Zoom in a little more. A little more. Oh, that's it. Yeah, there's a bridge right there. That's Route 420. Right on the other side of that bridge, straight ahead in the center, our property there on the other side of the bridge, that is the Morton Homestead. That was another video that I did a while ago on YouTube. So that's where that property's at. So my uncle's property is right up the creek, just a couple hundred yards. But you follow this creek down under the bridge, the creek turns left and ends up going out in the river that direction to the Delaware River. So, okay, another shot of the boats. And you might say, it's a piece of junk. No, it's not a piece of junk. The baby passes inspection every year. They have lights on it. It's all legal. It's all tagged. Okay, I'll go a few up the creek. Up the pole. Sorry, I can't see too well. It's getting a little light out. Go up the creek. Then up there around the bend. The creek makes a 90-degree turn. It goes up into the swamp. And up in that direction right there is where the Philadelphia airport is at. So, you get the docks. They rise up and down with the tides. See if I can zoom back out again. Do a little pinch, a little pinch. There we go. Back to here. So, yeah, the other day I came down, took pictures, put on Facebook, because the water was all the way up to where that bench, the old bench is. The tide was up that high, so the water actually made it to the legs of the fire pit. And that's how high the water was that day I come down to high tide. But today, normal tide, no flood tides, and you can actually see the little black wall where the water level was at high tide in the average. You can see where it's at on the old boat ramp. And it's nice down here. It's kind of hazy, overcast a little bit. I'd say it's about 30 degrees, 34 maybe. So just take it for another shot up the creek here. I like it down here. It's nice and peaceful. Now the property across the creek there, that is actually this part of the south end of the John Hines Wildlife Refuge, where I also did a YouTube video, and I was up in the north end at the building, the main office. And this down here is about 4 miles away. So that's how big the wildlife refuge is. So all that property on the right hand side of the creek, and that land you see on the other side, all the way up at the end, all that goes to I-95. So it's all national, it's all wildlife refuge, which is nice. I don't know how many acres they have, but they have a lot of acres, which is actually very, very nice for being right outside the city of Philadelphia and just minutes away from the Philadelphia airport. So, all right, everybody have a beautiful day. Stay warm and stuff, and I don't know, you can't really gauge how far this walkway goes down. There's a high tide, it's almost straight. Now it's pointing down there. Yeah, you gotta be careful on this dock. But I've been down here my whole life, so I'm like a little squirrel on this dock. Everybody have a beautiful day. Stay warm. This is Rocco from Roma Rocco. Rock on out.